I've recently discovered a problem with my Ruger LC9. I've had it for about a year and I've had no issues with it at all. I've been using various types of ammunition and they've all worked flawlessly in my pistol. The other day I bought some Hornady Critical Duty, pretty decent ammunition. It's 9mm Luger, 135 grain, what Hornady calls flex lock. The design on it is slightly a little bit different. It's pretty sharp at the edges, but as far as seat of depth and everything else compared to all my other ammunition, it's comparable. I have ammunition that is longer and shorter. I've been having feeding issues with this. In fact, I cannot feed it into my pistol with a full magazine. The pistol jams. I have 3 types of magazines that I have from Ruger, all purchased from Ruger. One came with the Ruger LC9 and the other 2 I purchased separately from RugerShop.com, so they came all direct from the factory. One's made in the well, actually 2 of them are made in the USA and 1 is made in Italy. Makes no difference which magazine I use, whether it's the 2 7-rounders or the 9-rounder. It always happens on the first 2 or 3 within the stack. If it's with only 1 or 2 rounds in it, I load it. Sometimes it feeds, sometimes it doesn't. But it's almost always on a full. It has nothing to do with the actual shooting portion because I'm not limp wristing it. I'm simply just trying to rack a round into the chamber, and it's refusing to go in. It gets, basically it seems like the round jams down and gets stuck on the feeding ramp of the barrel. So right now my pistol is unloaded, so you can see, but the only way for me to do this demonstration is to load live rounds into it. I have a backstop behind my garage. Basically there's a wall mounted dirt, so I'll be pointing it into a facing it into a safe direction.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and rack the slide forward, and as you can see, it jammed up. So right here it is on the feeding ramp, but it has started to go forward. So I'm going to lock the slide back, and you can see that it has gone forward, but it's stuck here. It won't eject out because it's getting stuck. I actually have to push the round back in order for the magazine to drop out. It looks like a lot of basically material here, and that's just basically because I've been doing this quite a few times to see what the issue is. So I'm going to show you on a couple of other magazines that I have. But basically we'll go ahead and give it a try, see if it works this time. Again, it's jammed, and this is on a full magazine. Pull it back. You can see that it did go forward within the magazine. It traveled, but it's stuck there. It won't come out. So again, I have to pull back on the round in order to release it from the magazine. So I'm going to remove a few rounds, and I'm going to see if with 2 rounds in there it has the same issue. It doesn't. So basically does it on a full magazine. Okay, so that was with the Critical Duty Hornady. So right now I'm going to put in fact I filled the same magazine with 7 rounds of MagTech First Defense. Again, it's another hollow point, and we're going to see, what the difference is here. No feeding issues. Okay, hold it. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with PMC bronze ammunition, standard round nose. Full magazine, same magazine. And as you can see, no issues. This does the same thing on all three of these magazines. It makes no difference. I could bore you with another 20 minutes of doing the same exact test on all three magazines, but basically it does it on all of them. So that's what my issue is. Hoping to get it resolved, because I'd really like to carry this ammunition, and it worries me that if this ammunition doesn't feed when I need it, what ammunition isn't going to feed when I need it. So I was wondering if there is actually an issue. I've been going online and I found quite a few people say they have the same issue as what I'm experiencing. Some people say it's the magazine, some people say that they've had to polish the ramp. The ramp on my barrel seems pretty smooth, so I'm not really sure what the problem is. So on the ramp itself, there are no burrs. It's a pretty smooth ramp. So I don't know if polishing the ramp itself will make much of a difference. All three rounds, the Hornady going in, seem to go up in and slide. This is the MagTech, and this is the round nose. So I don't know what the issue is. It seems that it's hitting at this angle and stopping, although there's been a few times while in the magazine it seems like it comes and it gets stuck coming out. So I'm not really sure. Here's the full angle with one round. Okay? And notice that there's not much of a gap here. And then I'm going to load it now fully with all the rounds, and we're going to see if the angle changes at all. Okay. So here we have a fully loaded magazine with 7 rounds in it. I'm going to eject all 7 rounds and see if maybe you can see here within the space what happens as the rounds become less rounds in the magazine. See, as you push it forward, it kind of grinds and almost hangs up along the neck of the cartridge. So there, it's actually stuck. But as less rounds are in the magazine, it seems to almost have a more upward angle, a positive angle going upwards as opposed to being forced down into the front lip of the magazine. Okay. So basically it doesn't make any difference whether I switch the butt plates on these magazines to the shorter style or the magazine that has the pinky extension on them. Basically the problem follows both magazines, no matter what the configuration is. So this basically concludes the question I'm having with my Ruger LC9. Again, excellent pistol. I love it. I've had no issues with it except for with this particular ammunition, which is the Hornady Critical Duty. I'm not saying that it's a flaw on the ammunition itself, because it loads perfectly fine into all my other 9mm pistols that I own. It's just this particular pistol. Again, not knocking the LC9, because I love this pistol. So if you might be able to give me any ideas or some kind of help, please contact me. Thank you.